HTM's on the track. Don't piss me off, it's the morning show. Kyle with the facts, back with the jokes. Tukay run the mic, got the whole chat live. DPMO every day, that's the morning vibe. Don't piss me off, let her know the name. We wake the streets up, we don't play no games. Sunrise talk with the real street. Hot, keep it Sally, speak honestly. Black cut jokes, keep it light, keep it fast. Tukay host the show, turn on Mr. Class. From messy drama to lessons for life. Hot topics early with the coffee and mics. Chat going crazy, phones light up the line. DPMO crew, take a tone every time. Don't piss me off, it's the morning show. Kyle with the flights, black with the jokes. Tukay run the mic, got the whole chat live. DPMO every day, that's the morning vibe. Don't piss me off, let her know the name. We wake the streets up, you don't play no game.
Y'all can hear me now. Can y'all hear me now? Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, we good? We good? Y'all can hear me? Y'all, I done gave my whole little spin. Let me backtrack. Let me redo this. Welcome to Night Capping with Kai. I'm your host, Kai Kim, and this is your after hour spot where we pour up, speak up, and we just say whatever we want to say and keep it real, no filters attached. This is where we get to, talk about real conversations, hot takes, and say the things we don't get to say during the day. So y'all come up in here. Thank y'all for letting me know that I could not be heard, but now y'all can hear me. So y'all make sure y'all grab y'all glasses, y'all pour up. And while we do that, let me go ahead and speak to the crew. Hello, Miss Desi. How are you doing this evening? Hello, our favorite pastors in the building. Y'all make sure y'all stay on y'all best behavior because he will get us on Sunday now. Hey, my love Q. Thank you for joining us today. Remington, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So yeah, y'all, come on in here. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I'm gonna try to keep y'all as long as possible, but I know Tukay has a show going on tonight. I think about 7:00. So I'm not gonna try to hold y'all too much because I want to get over there and be a little messy too. Okay, so let's get into it. So for tonight, y'all know I let this man down, honey. I was over here fighting in the trenches for my tickets. So Chris Brown is trending again, and not just for the new songs he just dropped. I hope y'all went and check them out because I'm loving the one with him and Leon, Tank, and what's his name? Oh my God, Rockstar. It's a really, really good hit. So I hope you guys go check out his new album he just dropped. He dropped a few songs. I don't think he's dropped the full album yet. But the songs are good. The songs are good. And I'm not just saying that because it's my me, y'all. But anyway, so Chris Brown is in the news again. Him and his third baby mama are going through a fraternity and custody related lawsuit involving his child that he has with Diamond Brown. I think her name is Lovely. is the baby's name. But yeah, so according to reports, this situation involves things such as child support, custody, visitation, and parental rights. And immediately, the internet is in an uproar, y'all. So they started, taking sides. One thing about celebrity drama, people are always going to have their opinions because your business is our business. You're in the limelight. We know everything about you, right? So people are saying that when it comes to, children being involved, we have to, kind of look at the situation a little different. Even though they're celebrities, they're still human beings. And we all go through this at one point in our life. Hopefully not everybody, but we know somebody that has gone through this, right? Okay, so legal actions have happened, and there's clearly, some issues that might be going on behind the scenes. But a lot of people are coming to the defense of Mr. Christopher Maurice Brown, saying the internet always assumes the worst, or the worst is going on when it comes to, celebrity fathers. It opens up conversations about parenting, support, consistency, and what people think actually makes a good parent. Now, one thing social media does all the time, as we all know, and in reality too, is reference parenting to money. They think, hey, you throw a couple dollars, that's being a good parent, you're being a good father, you're being a good mother. So what else do I need to do, right? But people automatically, once they hear that child support, they automatically assume they know the whole story. They automatically assume that the parenting goes a little bit deeper and that the support across the board is not happening. And when I do say support, support as in presence, consistency, communication are needed on both ends, right? It's not just a one-way street when it comes to being a parent to a child. The communication and consistency and your presence for your baby is needed on both ends. Now, I'm not saying what's going on between the Browns is, true or false, but a lot of things that people say money can fix and money can buy typically does not happen when it comes to this whole child support thing, right? And you also know how social media gets down as well. Nobody ever has the full story or the full court documents. So custody battles are, really, 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 they kind of just mess up everything when it comes, especially when children are involved, because you never are able to just coexist or, come to a common ground, especially when fame, money, and your public image is involved. So I have to ask you guys, what actually makes someone a good parent, or what are the qualities that are actually pertaining to a good parent? Because in my opinion, I feel like no financial support, no physical support, no nothing is going to just, be more than enough when it comes to parenting. Like it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of balance, it takes a lot of consistency, it takes a lot of emotional support. It just takes a lot of things when it comes to parenting. And me myself, I'm not a parent, so I really can't, talk too much on that. But just being a child and being in the center of a divorce and being with parents that had to learn to co-parent and learn to coexist when it came to my well-being, like what actually makes someone a good parent? And do you guys think like celebrity parents should handle like their situations privately? Or do you think like, hey, just because they're celebrity, they're humans too. So if they talking about, oh, Keisha up the street business, then they should be talking about Chris Brown and Diamond Brown's business as well. So what are y'all thoughts? Let me get in the chat. Hi, Jay Jones. How are you? Good evening. Thank you for coming in. All right. So Q said, yeah, that's wrong. Though just because you're spending money doesn't make up for you being absent. But look who she's gotten pregnant by. She knew. Yeah, I think she did. And you know what? It's kind of crazy that um this is the third baby mama. He just had a baby with the recent girlfriend. I think her name is Jada Wallace. They just had a little boy maybe a week ago. And she kind of jumped in it too, honey. The girls were fighting in the comments. So she kind of jumped in it as well, kind of being like, oh, you're bitter, you're this, you're that. Me personally, I feel like Shada should have stepped back and not even involved herself within their business. Even though you the girlfriend now, or you're the main chick now, because y'all know how Christopher do. He had one chick today and he have a new one next week. So I think she kind of should have stayed out of it, because my personal line is don't put your mouth on something you don't know about and don't know the full story about. And that can easily turn into your situation. So mind your business, fool. Stay put and be cute. Cause this can easily be you in the next couple months, next week, next year. Cause as we know, Christopher ain't settling down no soon. Even though, he's a nice looking 37-year-old man. That man is not settling down. He's a celebrity. He can have any woman in the world. So he is definitely not settling down. All right. So Pastor said, try to keep the family business private as much as possible. Exactly. I definitely agree with that. I feel like once you put your business out there, it's open for all types of opinions, whether they're good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Like, you're putting yourself out there and it's just open for that business to be spread, for false narratives to be created. So keeping the family business private at majority is the best. I'm not sure. Is YouTube blocking comments? Hold on. Rocky, you see comments on YouTube? Okay. I don't know why it's blocking. I don't know. They said that some of the comments were getting blocked today on the morning show. We're gonna have to look into that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Meg said people will start spreading lies about your family. Exactly, exactly. That's weird. I don't think. Hold on, y'all, because y'all got to see past the comments too. I don't know why. Um, I don't know why Meg is not comments not popping up. Look, everybody need to be able to be seen so we can discuss this. Hold on, let's see. Let me see if I can see comments. Ah, okay. See, Max said you guys can't see it because he over there supporting the What You Wanted About Now podcast page. I see you. I see you, Mac Guitar. Thank you so much for your support. That's why you guys can't see his comments. He's over on my page. So, okay. Thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you so much. I think now for the morning show, we only go live on the one page. But for my show for tonight, I stream it on both pages, so that's probably why you can't see Matt, because he's over on my page watching. So that's why I'm gonna have to see if I can intertwine them or multi-stream or something. I know me and Black were talking about that the other week. So Meg, I relate the messages. He said, "Duh, y'all." But anyway, before we get into our next story, I kind of like, until I get sponsored, honey, until we get them big checks, them real checks. This is what I'm drinking on. This is called Cote Rosas. It's a wine. I got it from, see, that's why I don't need to be drinking now. I got it from Sam's Club, but the bottle was really what draw me to the bottle. It has like a little rose at the bottom. It's really, really cute. So yeah, you guys have a Sam's Club or a Costco. They always have deal on the wines and the spritz and the beers. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. This is exactly why I don't need to be drinking, y'all. Y'all see me. Okay. So speaking of court, let's get into this next story, y'all. I came across this. I think this was on yesterday, and it's really, really sad. This took place in Florida, um, and it's a crazy story. So, a teenage girl has now been sentenced to 17 years after fatally stabbing her boyfriend to death. During the sentencing, emotions got really high in the courtroom. So, let's take a look, y'all.
Always be a fact that you are a murderer. You are a demon seed that your parents brought into this world to bring suffering on everybody else. Shame on them.
Anger and
Rio.
grief laid bare in a Miami courtroom Tuesday as loved ones of 17-year-old Yakeem Lawler begged the judge to sentence his killer, Jahara Malik, to the max.
I'm going to stand up and honor my son and defend my son. I just wanted to be heard, man. I don't like the way this case was handled.
We just want what my son deserved. His life matters. I do not want to leave here today, Your Honor, feeling like I lost my son all over again.
Malik, now 18 years old, was Lawler's ex-girlfriend. The incident happened back in December of 2024. She pleaded guilty in March to charges of manslaughter and carrying a concealed weapon. Her sentence is left solely up to the judge to decide. The state played surveillance videos in court showing Lawler's final moments after Malik stabbed him in the chest with a pocket knife. The sights and sounds so distressing, some left the courtroom.
He went into the third rib on the left side, approximately 1 inch in depth, and hit the heart.
The maximum sentence for Malik would be 30 years in state prison. The state told the judge they're recommending 20 years with 10 years probation. The defense says Malik is remorseful and wants her sentenced as a youthful offender to a boot camp program.
I was wrong for what I did, and every day I sit and think about the damage I caused. The family wants me in prison, but I'm in my own prison for the rest of my life. I wish I could go back and change what happened, but I can't, and that's the worst part. Y'all didn't deserve this pain, and I wish I hadn't been the one to give it to y'all.
Sentence you to 17 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 5 years of reporting probation. Special condition of that probation, you will have to go mental health evaluation and abide by adjudication 5 years. Please. 5 years.
It will always be a fact that you are a murderer. You are a demon seed.
Hold on, y'all. So, that is a little heavy, guys. Not to bring y'all nothing heavy, but I just thought this story was really, really interesting, especially because, we always talk about how kids are now being held as tried as adults for their crimes. And we always want to, play the innocent card when it comes to children, because we always believe that, children are the future. They can't, fathom this type of death or this type of adversity. So it's just like, wow, like that girl really, she just basically threw her life away. So, hey Rio, I hope you heard me earlier. Hello. Look, don't let Mag know you in here, because he gonna be trying to call in and do some weddings. So hello. Oh yeah, life is ruined. Hi, Bobby Cherry Jr. Welcome. So yeah, so you guys could feel the pain. I felt the pain from the video, coming from the family, because like I said, at the end of the day, somebody lost their life and another one is being, held behind bars for 17 years. I think she's 18 now, but when the incident happened, I think she was 16. So she's got 17 years added to that 18, so she won't get out until 35. And then she also has 5 years of probation when she is actually released from prison. So it's just, it's really sad. It's really sad. Now, according to the reports, the situation happened after relationship problems, and allegedly the boyfriend no longer wanted to be with her. And this is where the conversation really gets heavy, because I don't believe a breakup should ever end in any such way of violence. Like, if we done, we done. Like, I don't think we should ever have to, get into any type of physical altercations. Now, I might say a few little choice words, but stabbing you, killing you, shooting you, I ain't got time for that. I don't think it should ever end in that. But we all know this is how a lot of situations end. And it's sad because more and more of this is happening amongst our younger people, right? Like, I don't know. I just try to understand and fathom, like, how does, like, you going from being so in love and it being young love and it being that, that puppy love and this is my man, turn into something, so tragic and so life ending on both ends, not just, the young man that lost his life, but on the girl side as well, because she just threw away her life. She will not see the light of day until age 40. So like, how do you get to that point of like, oh, he don't want to be with me. He's not going to be with anybody, So, and like myself, the internet is a little bit divided as well. Some are saying like the 17-year sentence is absolutely deserved because someone lost their life. And then others are saying she's still young. She made a terrible mistake due to emotions, but her entire future is now gone. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think like the 17 years plus the 5 years of probation was fair? Or do y'all think her age should have changed the way the judge sentenced her? Changed her sentencing. So let's see. Let me look at some of these comments. Q said, lock her up. My oldest baby used to fight her boyfriend all the time, and I used to tell her she may end up doing something she regret. No, that's facts. That's facts. Because we have to teach them, like, you can't expect someone to not put their hands on you when you put your hands on them first. So you have to let them know. Q also says she needs to go to jail because I'm pretty sure this is not the first time of her abusing. Right. And a lot of times we see that, right? We see the abuse just escalate. It goes from, a little jab here or a little fist here, a little slap here, and then it escalates to stabbing or someone, losing their life. So yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like, she need to be jailed for show. Q also said, I don't feel sorry for her because I've been through it with my daughter. Didn't have no remorse after she fought her ex. She would also try to place blame on everybody but herself. And that's another thing, right? I think a lot of parents, and shout out to you, Q, for being a great mom, because like you said, you told her, you let her know, like, hey, this could be you. This could end up being you if you keep doing what you're doing to this boy. And I feel like a lot of times parents know their kids, but they look at it in naive eyes and try not to think that their child would do that. Try to, be in denial that their child would never oh no, my baby can't do that. My baby's not this. And you're basically enabling your child because you're making it seem like your child is the best child and the sweetest angel on earth. And they're not. They out here causing chaos. So yeah, no. Okay. I'm not even going to mess up this name. But 5305 said life for a life. Okay, I can see that. Max said she needs the full 30. Okay. Or life in prison. No, that's facts. I feel like I think they kind of went a little light on her, especially giving her 17 years in prison and the 5 years of probation. Like, some people would have got life without parole or even the possibility of parole. So I definitely think they could have given her a heavier sentence than what she got. Shawty, do your 17 years, get out at 40, and just, hey, it is what it is. Desi said, I don't think 17 years is enough. A life was taken. She knew exactly what she did. She is well above the age knowing right from wrong. Facts. That is so true. And that's the thing too, right? We always try to play the innocent card when it comes to kids, thinking like, oh, their mental capacity, they couldn't even, like, how could they even fathom something of that sort? But she knew what she was doing. She knew the possibility of stabbing someone could jeopardize their life. Stabbing someone could possibly hurt somebody. Stabbing someone could get your ass locked up. So she definitely knew right from wrong. Remington says she was possessed. Demonic possessions is real, folks. No, that's facts too. That's facts. But again, even with the possession or, demon, or even like with social media now, because these kids are so full of the social media and just, trying to live a social media life than just living in reality and just sticking to their own journeys. Like, I think a lot of that has a lot to do with a lot of what they do too. So, yeah. And like Rumsey said, a life for a life. I definitely agree with y'all. I feel like the judge really went really, really late on her. I think she definitely should have got more time. My heart goes out to that family because they lost a son. He didn't even get to, see what the rest of his life could have been, what his future could have been, because it was, shortly taken away from him. So, my heart goes out to him because that baby would never ever be brought back. And now, you only got 17 years with a 5-year probation and you'll be able to walk scot-free come your 40th birthday. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um all right, y'all. So speaking of young and social media craze, I also ran across this other video that was just a little, I don't know, I'm kind of on the teeter-totter with this one, guys. Like I can't really, I get it, but I don't get it. So maybe y'all can help me out with my understanding of this story. So with this one, let me get into it. This one I'm a little, I don't know. I want to feel full, but I don't. So let's get into this one. So for this one, an Amazon worker recently went viral after posting a video where she got emotional talking about how nobody at work flirts with her. Let's take a look at this.
Damn, I fucking hate my life. I'm in the Amazon bathroom trying to be quiet about it, but one thing really made me really upset. I saw a girl and the dude playing around, like flirting and stuff like that. And it's like, damn, do I look that motherfucking bad for me not to have nobody flirting with me? Damn. It's like half of it, I hate my fucking life. All the dudes flirt with the other girls. Dudes really don't flirt with me, or am I? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I know, it's probably because the way I'm shaped, all types of stuff. But I had to go in the bathroom because I was literally about to cry. Nobody flirts with me. And it's sad.
So y'all, like I said, I don't know what to say about this story. Because I completely understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, sweetheart, you're at work. Like, watching other people get attention at work and getting compliments and flirting at work. Like, I understand she feels left out. She wants everything that the other girls are getting, but again, you're at work. You're at work. Like, that should not be the most, like, the number one thing on your mind where you're at work. You should literally be focused on work, focus on making your bread, focus on making a promotion, focus on, just getting to the money. But she's worried more so of someone not flirting with her. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. I feel like it's a place and time for everything. So, like I said, she was going on a rant, and I get it. Like, insecurities. Again, I always, subject things to social media because we all, I mean, as women, I know, we've all been there of something that we might not have liked about ourselves, but we also get to the point where it's like, baby, I'm me and can't nobody be me but me. So I get where she's coming from, but there is always a time and place for it. And, I'm not gonna lie. I get it. And, it touched the nerve of a lot of people because immediately people started debating like, oh, the workplace is showcasing pretty privilege and validation now and confidence and loneliness and all this stuff. And some people were kind of sympathetic towards her saying, all this is sad. Everyone deserves to feel wanted. And I can honestly admit, like, I understand her, feeling overlooked or feeling left out. But at the same time, why are we measuring self-worth based on who flirts with us at work? Because, like, workplace flirting can sometimes get a little messy. And that's one thing in a tree that you don't want to bark up, especially when it comes to you having a work husbands or work wives. And then you see your boo over there on lunch getting another bag of chips at the vending machine for their other boo. Yeah, you definitely don't want to, you definitely don't want to get into that. But I want to know, what y'all think. Do y'all think like validation, pretty privilege, and all that stuff goes on in the workplace? And do you guys think like she's valid in feeling the way she feels, like, because I know all of us have probably had that time in our life where we felt, invisible or overlooked for certain ways or certain things. So what are y'all thoughts on this story? Because me, I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, it's a time and place for everything. So, hi, 1J Bean. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Desi said, OMG, poor thing. Insecurities are real. She may not have a life outside of work, so that may be the only time she is around her peers. And that's facts. And that's why I said that, like, I can actually understand and kind of sympathize with her, but at the same time, it's just like, girl, at work, though, at work. But hey, I get it. Hi, Miss Eureka. She said that work is work. Don't shit where you eat. She needs to love herself more. No, facts. Because as soon as you start getting in those messy situations at work, it becomes a problem. And you don't want it to get back to, your higher ups. Because then they like, okay, well, now we got conflict at work. You more so worried about this person liking you, or now you into it with this person because they like this person more. It's real messy. So it's just like, clock in, clock out, do what you need to do, and not, be so focused on if somebody likes you or somebody is, wanting to flirt with you. Hi, Miss Suave B. She said she might need to switch shifts. Night shift used to strike up a conversation with anybody. That is facts. So, I can kind of give a little relation to this story. Because I used to work at the Amazon warehouse, y'all. Yeah, when I first got the military, it was a little struggle. I thought I was real grown. I thought I ain't need the military no more. I did my time. I served my time. I ain't need them no more. I was going to do my big girl job. I wanted to be in corporate because if y'all don't know, the military was never my first focus. I only went to the military to, get that education paid for, get a little bag. And I was like, chuck the deuces after my commitment. But I did work at Amazon. I worked overnight outside of my corporate job that I had. And yeah, when those 12 a.m. shifts going into 7 o'clock a.m., like, you really learn about people. You start to spark up conversation because both of y'all is tied up in there. So y'all trying to keep each other awake. So like the conversations start flowing. So yeah, maybe, that might be a solution to her problem is her, asking her boss to like shift over and don't go seeking relations with these people on the night shift. Like, just, start finding friends and maybe getting yourself out the house and maybe building your confidence in a way that you don't have to seek confidence or seek validation within your workplace. But you kind of get a new groove, a new step, a pep in your step when it comes to, your confidence. Desi said, everyone wants to feel wanted. If everyone else is getting attention, it could hurt not to get any. No, facts. And I definitely agree with that. Because, again, you're being overlooked. You're being left out. So I definitely understand where she's coming from. And I think all of us, especially as women, have been there when it comes to that. Eureka said a lot comes with the attention in the workplace. She just doesn't realize she's dodging a bullet. No, facts. Because I promise you, she don't want them problems. She don't want them problems. Jay Jones said she needs to get a life. And you know what? I think with her being in Amazon is very, very diverse. Like, they are full of different people. So she could probably be her best friend and her husband up in there. She just, kind of builds a little confidence and gets her stuff out there. 5305 said, yeah, I kind of feel sorry for her, but minus the work flirting, that's why my Amazon package be late. Hit that gym and improve your self-image physically, and exercise is actually good for your mental health. No, facts. Look, hey, like I told y'all, I worked for Amazon I didn't last 3 weeks because TT couldn't do it. TT was tired. Having to go from a 12 a.m. to, I think it was like 7:15 a.m. shift. Then I had to be in my corporate job from 8 to 5. TT was tired. I couldn't do it. And it was the easiest job ever, but I just couldn't do it, honey. It wasn't for me. It was not for me. It was not for me. So, her monsters. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yes. I was in the Air Force. I served 6 years in the Air Force, so that's what I did. Meg said, truth be told, you're there to work, not flirt. Right. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Amen. Jurgen said the workplace drama has proven to be deadly. Facts. Oh my God. I'm telling you, it's like never get in a workplace relationship because it would never end. People will start holding you to your feet to the fire in every situation, regardless if they're above you, below you, behind you, in front of you. Like your feet will be held to the fire in every situation, and you're always going to be wrong. You're always going to be wrong. Like nobody's ever going to be on your side because you started with that man or that woman. Like you are in the wrong. So. Q said, OMG, the Nissan plant here in Mississippi is out of control. Okay, Q, you work at the Nissan. I have a few cousins. Y'all know I'm from Mississippi. The SIP girls, the SIP girlies are in here. I had a few cousins that worked out in Nissan in Canton. So, okay, Q, see you, girl. Yes, I was in the chair for us. This pretty face we couldn't be out there doing all that extra stuff. Shout out to the armed forces, but yeah, I had to go sit down and be cute. I couldn't do all the army, the Marines. I don't know, the Army and the Marines, they scare me. I work with Marines now as a contractor, but yeah, them boys bad. Them boys bad. So I couldn't do it. Who wants some Adibo 8289 said, come on, y'all ladies. Say everyone wants attention, but in the same breath, y'all overlook most men because of high skin tone, money, looks. If he wears glasses, basically shallow things. Okay. I see your point. I don't think that's overlooking men. I just think that's people having preferences. Because you got to think, nowadays a lot of men are looking for them Instagram models and not wanting natural women. A lot of us natural girlies out here be getting the bottom of the barrel of pics because y'all want somebody with a big booty, big titties, big lips. Y'all want somebody that look like she stepped out of a makeup parlor every day. And we don't get the best of the best no more. So I get your point. But come on now, we're not gonna act like preference and standards and everything don't equate over here on both ends. So y'all be looking for those models. Don't be playing. Don't be playing. Max said, what happens if people get mad at their Amazon boyfriend or girlfriend? Angry workers try to run over significant others, co-workers with Amazon truck. No, fact. Or they try to go and find out your actual real life, and they go find out, oh, you got a wife and some kids. Now they popping up at your front door. They popping up at church. They popping at the family reunions. It's just a line you never want to cross, never want to blur. Like, it's just... Keep work, keep personal, and that's it. You'll never have to worry about that. You said I'm good on attention because females are real jealous when all eyes on you. That is big facts. Who wants some Devo said, yeah, for sex, but not marriage or relationship. Okay, I can see your point. Yeah. But again, why have sex with a person if you're not trying to build within a relationship or marriage? You just out here fucking and catching bodies. So it's kind of like, what we doing? I don't want to just be fucking you. I want to be, leaning towards something else. But I do see your point. One J Bean said that's cap. Them BBLs are just for the rental program. We want natural to settle down with. Ain't nobody trying to pop the balloon and find stank. Okay. And like who wants some of Devo said, y'all mostly want those Instagram models just to kind of drive the car and go ahead and park her. Y'all don't really want somebody to settle down with. So I get it. Who Wants Devo said most of them Instagram models and big booty chicks are ran through because they get most of the attention. No, that's facts. That is facts. And they definitely be going. So I heard that too. And not just from the internet. I've heard that from an actual source that them BBL drizzies definitely be stinking. That backshot air is killer. So yes. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into our last segment of the night because I don't want Tucker to be on my ass if I keep y'all too long. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Toxic Tukay over there on Kick. I think he should be going live tonight at 7. And y'all also make sure y'all check out Black_TV on his YouTube page. He's been going live recently, getting up his content. So y'all make sure y'all go tune in with with my co-hosts and make sure y'all check in with them as well. I'm going to read this last comment, then we're going to get into our last segment. Jay John said, dude caught a case. He killed his workplace girlfriend and their baby. Workplace relationships, not good. Get the money. I respect, for real. Because, again, it goes back to show you, when you get into these workplace relationships, like, you are held at a different standard. Like, you can't move without the nigga breathing down your neck. You can't move without shawty being in your face. Like, oh, you was talking to Melissa over there in HR, but you didn't come over here and bring me my lunch. Like, yeah. You definitely gotta just play at home and work at work. So, yes. All right, y'all. So, we're gonna get into one of my favorite segments and one of the top segments on the Don't Piss Me Off morning show. But instead of it being the Kai Confessions, we like to call it your pour up and your speak out. But it's similar. Again, just like with the Don't Piss Me Off morning show, you guys can definitely sit in your messages, send in your stories. Again, I told y'all, we don't judge our own things, but we do judge our behind the scenes. So make sure y'all send in y'all stories, send in y'all questions, even if it's just a little advice. Send it in. We do not judge here. We do not judge here. So here we go. Let's get into it. So this pour of speak out is brought to you by the one and only Kai. And this one is titled, My Fiance Wants Me to Quit My Job, but I think it's really about control. Dear Kai, I'm writing because I need some honest advice before I make a life-changing decision I might regret later. I'm 29 years old and recently got engaged to my fiance after almost 3 years together. Overall, our relationship has been good. He's loving, attentive, protective, and financially stable. Honestly, he treats me better than a lot of men I've dated in the past. That's why I'm confused about why this situation is making me so uncomfortable. I've also been independent. I have a career. I work hard for my own money, my own routine, and I genuinely love working. Not just for the paycheck, but it gives me a sense of purpose, some structure, and something that belongs to me. Well, ever since we got engaged, my fiance has been hinting more and more that he wants me to quit my job after we get married. At first, it sounded sweet. He said things like, I want you to relax more. You work too hard, and I want to provide for my wife and my family. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me liked hearing that. In today's world, it feels rare to hear a man talk about wanting to fully provide. But lately, the conversations have changed. Now it's, why do you need to work that much? You're always tired when you come home. A wife shouldn't be stressed out like this. If I could take care of everything, why keep working? Hi. I started noticing that every time my job comes up, he gets very irritated, especially because I've been doing really well lately. I just recently got a promotion, started making a little bit of change, and honestly, I'm proud of myself. But instead of celebrating me, he started making little comments like, oh, you acting different now? You care about work than us? You're becoming too career focused. And then last week, things got a lot weird. We were having dinner and he straight up asked me, if we have kids, are you going to want to stay at home? The way he said it didn't feel like curiosity. It felt like a test. I told him I want balance, support, and options. That I'm not against staying at home temporarily if we decide together it makes sense. But I also told him I never pictured completely giving up my career forever. When I say the mood shifted immediately, he got real quiet, cold, and defensive. He hit me with I just don't understand why you need to work so badly when I'm willing to give you everything. And that sentence has stuck in my head ever since. Because why does my independence bother him this much? The more I think about it, the more I realize this might not be about love or providing. I think it's a part of him liking the idea of me depending on him. And that scares me the most. Not because I think he's abusive or evil, which I don't think that at all, but I watched my mother spend years trapped in a marriage because she had no money of her own and nowhere to go. And I promised myself I would never put myself in a position where leaving without an option, where leaving wouldn't be an option if I needed to. And now I feel guilty for even thinking like that because he's technically offering me a good life. But it's still a good life if I lose pieces of myself, but is it still a good life if I lose pieces of myself in this process? So, Kai, here's my question. How do I tell the difference between a man wanting to provide and a man wanting to control? And am I wrong for wanting financial independence, even if my fiance can fully take care of me? I need you guys' advice because I love this man, but I also love the woman I have worked hard to become. Sign engaged, but uneasy. All right, y'all. What y'all thinking? Y'all thinking Shawty should just let that job go and let her man take care of her, or what y'all got about it? What y'all got to say? Q said he about to lock her in a cage. Mag said, "Oh, you uppity now, right?" That's what I got from that Mag. He's trying to say, "Oh, so you feeling your stuff now? You got a little extra change in your pocket." I see that. Desiree said he definitely loves the idea of her depending on him. No facts. Eureka said, "Don't do it, girl." Hey, Eureka said, "Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it." Q said if he cared, he would tell her to work as much as she pleased, and he got her if she doesn't. But downing her, no, that's facts. That is real facts. Eureka also said, "Keep your independence, child. Keep your independence." You know what? This is really a huge topic because it's always somewhere where the guys feel a certain type of way and the women we feel a certain type of way to fight for our independence. So me personally, I feel like there's no easy way to come to a common ground, right? When it comes to this type of subject. But I kind of agree with you, Q. Like, hey, I think he should kind of navigate the conversation a little differently because now it kind of come off as he hating on Shawty. Like, oh, you got a little change now. You think you don't need me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. One J Bean said she should keep the job and leave the man. She's blocking someone else's blessings. Oh, okay. I can see why you said that. But y'all also have to understand in this society, it's kind of hard for women to just let go and depend on y'all. But I get it. A lot of men live with that traditional stigma in their minds that, like, hey, once we get married, everything is dependent on y'all. So I get it. So. All right. Miss Desiree said he should want her to become the best she can be. Facts. And I think that's where the lines now are being a little blurred. Because at first, it was like, hey, baby, I want to take care of you. I want to do this. I want to do that. But it's kind of like you stopping her and putting a pin in, not so much her independence, but her growth as a woman or her wanting to, expand on her horizon. Even if she doesn't go back to work, what if she wants to go to school? What if she wants to pursue a career in something else where, maybe she's not working so much, but maybe it just makes her feel good within herself. So I think, yeah, he's kind of putting a little damper on her confidence. Miss Desiree said, sounds like he's scared that he is going to do better, that she's going to do better than him. No, facts. I put their ass to work. How are you? Yes, you came in at the right time. Thank you for finally being here. And Mr. 43 Tech, how are you? Thank you guys for joining in. All right, one J Bean said it's not hard. Feminists just got women in a chokehold. Even lesbians turn straight when the economy is in shambles. Not the lavender marriages. Not the lavender marriages. No, that's facts though. I think it's not okay, let me not say it's hard, but y'all have to also understand, like, we've lived in a society now where we've been so independent for so long, it's kind of hard to backtrack and, allow the man to take the role. So I don't know. I feel like if he want to pay my bills, I might let him pay my bills. But I'm also still going to have a little pinch of something for myself. I'm never going to just solely depend on a guy. I got to have just a little smidget of something for myself. Because, I'm a helper too. I always want to, be able to, if my man ain't got it, I got it, and vice versa. I always want to be able to be his backbone in some kind of way. So I understand. I understand where y'all coming from. Thank you, 43 Tech. Thank you for coming in support. Put that after word said they be running from the dark side, come first of the month. Not that be over there coming with the lavender marriages at the first of the month, honey. They be trying to make sure, like, hey, we got to put on this show for the people. Let them know, like, hey, I got me a man, my man, but I still want to be over here with my woman. I get it. No, facts. Like, I just can't solely, like, not saying that I would never let a man, lead or let a man like take care of me. But I still want to have just a little something if we ever need a pool, if we ever need something. I don't want my man to be like, oh, because like if I could be your help, I feel like women are the helpmates. And if you allow me to help in some kind of way, even if it's not financially, just allow me to be your helpmate. And I think a lot of times men are, really big when it comes to like ego and pride, and they don't want to take help from anyone that's outside of their woman, their friends, their family. Like, they just want to make sure they got it and get it on their own. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to just solely be that macho man. You could kind of fall back sometimes and let your woman help you out. So that's always been me. Like, let me help you, baby. We can help each other. So, but yeah, y'all, that's all I had tonight. I appreciate you guys coming. That is a wrap on tonight's episode with Nightcap and Tukay. And if you got something to say, don't be shy. Drop it in the comments or send it in so we can talk about it next time. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Follow and tap in with us on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is our Friday, y'all. Thursday. So make sure y'all tune in to the Don't Piss Me Off morning show at 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and all them other time zones. I don't know. That's what Google is for. And remember, guys, if it happened, we're capping on it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for coming out. Good night, and I will see you guys next time.